Well, it is still ONIF TV here. Then we are doing serious matters, and of course, the matters still making the round are very, very serious, and we have to look into them. I want us to discuss them. Let's share opinions, drop your comment, make them simple and civil. In this particular one, I've looked at it again and again, and of course I've done a video earlier on where I put up a video of Rufai, dropping his comment with respect to that. And I remember I said something that I don't know why Nigerian issues, our issues are always very different. Something must go wrong, something must have issues, and you know what? Somebody just confirmed that. Let's listen to him, then I'll continue.
You see, like I was a prophet, I knew something was going to happen. You see, I don't know why Nigerian matter will always have K-leg. The leg is not always straight. This was not a big deal. It was just an evacuation. If you had contacted the transport company for the 40 buses, you should be able to negotiate with them. And then midway, the drivers held the people to ransom. That was holding to ransom. In the middle of nowhere, 4 to 5 hours, that was holding them to ransom. The other question you also asked, would like to ask Neymar, is the fact that in the first batch of buses, didn't they have representatives to follow them? So that in a case where the driver was going to do this, they were going to negotiate with them and say, keep going. How was the money spent? Who was the money given to? We will always mock ourselves one way or the other.
Remember yesterday, we said the same thing.
We know evacuations are a big deal. But you see, the truth is, when you see a case of evacuation, and it's something as petty as money and accountability that is causing the discrepancy, then it's very bad. To the extent that the driver had to get a shorty by collecting the passport, allegedly. By this person. And there was another student interviewed yesterday that said they are even making alternative arrangements. That at a point they couldn't even get the logistics right. And they were first saying state by state basis you enter the bus. But it got to a stage everything was survival of the fittest. Yes. Quoting that student again, allegedly. Then you know it's all bad. Then the comparison, imbalancing what's happening in Britain. At least, Britain has dropped the ball too in its own evacuation. America dropped the ball in evacuation of Afghanistan. Yes. But at least we didn't hear that somebody was not paid money. So it is the pettiness of the Nigerian case. And we can't allow this national shame to continue. So we must ask questions. Who was the money given to? Who procured those buses? Who made the deal? Was the deal not finally sealed that it took the drivers to get midway before they endangered the lives of these people? Was it worse than anything that have happened?
Absolutely. We talked about the amount. Wasn't it? They said 1.2 million.
They said 1.2 million. We saw a voucher at which through Jai's Bank where they paid 150 million. What happened? Exactly. We must be able to get to the root of this matter. This matter is not supposed to be a big, because what happened there is a national embarrassment.
Sincerely speaking, it was, and it is a national embarrassment. That we don't hear such things concerning other nations. Yes, we are not saying that there's anywhere in the world that is perfect. But why must our case always end up with K-leg? Why must we always have K-leg in our matter? Why is it only our own? In only our matter na in the difference. Now only our matter na in the difference. For how long do we want to continue like this? Well, this is still serious matters, and I want us to, to drop our comments and, make them simple and civil. Well, in a development that I have with me here, I understand that some Nigerian students are already who are trapped in crisis-torn Sudan. Abubakar Sadiq has said that his colleagues are gathering money to transport themselves to neighboring Egypt. The students who spoke on Channels Television's Politics Today on Thursday said he does not know the particular date he will be evacuated from Sudan as the Nigerian embassy has not made any communication to that effect. There is no date because we didn't receive any information from the embassy, and today also there is zero presence of the embassy. So we don't know actually. Right now, students are planning to gather their money to transport themselves to Egypt. is that the criteria were to select some percentage from each and every state based on the percentage of number of the state association, and the criteria was abandoned. It was only done for the first bus that was there, but for the second and rest of the buses is survivor of the fittest. Whoever goes in first, he will not go out. Of course, that is the situation that we eventually played out. I think I should be able to get that video to play that interview, so that we will be very, very up to date as touching these particular matters. Let me see if I can bring that video up now. Let's see if we can bring that video up. Yeah. Because we cannot continue like this. No, we cannot continue like this. For how long do we want to continue to embarrass ourselves? We have money. Alowo, we have money. As a nation, we are wealthy. It's only unfortunate that just a few people fly private jets over our head. People who we don't know what they do. People who we don't know what they do.
Tomorrow, the coming days, what is your plan?
Yeah, the students right now are planning to gather some money and pay the drivers to carry us to to Egypt. So that's the plan on the ground. Tomorrow early in the morning, those students that pay their money will go on.
Is that what you're planning to do? And I wonder, what route are you planning to take?
You said?
Is that also your plan? And what route are they planning to take?
No, for me actually now we are contacting our state government. It's the state government.
All right.
So we want to hear from them first before we carry on with our journey.
Well, I'd like you to know that I'm very sure that the Yobe state government and other governments are listening to this from state. Has that been properly resolved?
Actually, until now, the students' passport, international passport, are with the drivers. Until right now, the students' international passport are with the drivers. They collected their passport until they are paid. That's what they proceeded and carried on with the journey.
Until who paid? We understand the government is the one paying here.
Until they are completely paid. The drivers are not completely paid.
Oh, right. Until the government completely pays them.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they took their passport.
Okay, Abubakar, I'll need to let you go in a moment. I think there's so much information out there now for the government to act on. But I don't know, for you, what does the future look like with this conflict in Sudan? You have to return home under these circumstances. I imagine you went there to study in the first place. So, what does the future look like for you, seeing what is playing out?
Yeah, for me, alhamdulillah, I've graduated, but still I didn't collect my certificate. So that's the worst part. Have I gotten my certificate, I will come back and serve my country. But now, until this war is resolved, then I will come back and collect my certificate. So it's a terrible experience, actually.
So how is your family handling this then? I know there are lots of families in Nigeria, and I'm sure for your family, maybe they're excited even seeing you on television, but how have they been handling this in terms of information as well? Is there maybe a central information point where families can get information, and for you as well to get information?
Can you repeat yourself again?
I said that how is your family holding up on this one? I wonder if there's a central port where they can get access to information, that also you can get access to information, the right information, because we heard that there was talk about students meeting at a certain place so they can pay $100 to leave, and the government said, well, they should discountenance that. So how do you get the right information from your family and for you as well?
Well, you've heard from the horse's mouth. In case somebody comes and says, oh, it's a lie, this did not happen, this, in Nigeria, we know we can cover lies we can cover lies, but it doesn't play out that way. But then when we would look at it, we would update you and tell you and let you know how things pan out and all of that. Well, it's so unfortunate that things have to, because the latest is that these students are already gathering money to transport themselves, you know, out of that war-torn area. Well, it is still Serious Matters on ONIF TV. Please do share our videos with others, drop your comment, make them simple and simple, because you know, when they say, oh, somebody said something, it looks as if, oh, they're just trying to spoil Nigeria's name, they're just trying to do this, they're just trying to do that. But then look at what is happening. Well, we'll wait and see how things pan out. Thank you very much for watching. This is still Serious Matters on ONIF TV. Please share our videos with others, drop your comment, make them simple and